Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Watch On channel. It's that time of year, it's Halloween, and this is the perfect Halloween dive watch from Rotary Watches. So I got this watch in for review from Rotary Watches. Inside of this box here we have a very colorful dive watch. So let's run the intro and get into the watch. Nice simple packaging with this green cardboard box, original British design. Rotary watches, they do have a long history providing the British Army with military watches, especially during World War II, and that is why Rotary watches are held in high regard in Britain. So inside of the box we find the brand new Rotary Henley Seamatic 300 meter water resistant automatic ceramic dive watch. And before we get into the full review and the details, the pluses and the minuses of this Seamatic dive watch, I was sent this watch from Rotary Watches. I get to keep the watch. Full disclosure, you still always, as you know, get an honest review here on Watch On channel. So this is one of two new versions. They made an orange version. This is the one I got here, and that is why I call it the Halloween watch, because it's kind of the pumpkin color dial we have here. Really cool orange dial in my opinion. And then they also made a green version. If you want one of the previous versions, you can for example opt for the yellow. This is kind of the lemon, which I also did review. You see, we do get some differences between these two watches, but I will just compare these two watches very shortly in this review as well. So you can get this lemon, you can get a blue, a black, different black versions, so you can definitely find the perfect version for you. Taking out the watch, let's just have a look here. You see here the hang tag, you also get the reference number here. And I also did remove 6 links from this bracelet, so just to say you get a lot of bracelet with this watch. So if you have a large wrist, you should have no problem actually fitting this watch to your wrist. 42.6 millimeters in diameter, almost 14 millimeters thick. I will say this watch actually wears a little bit smaller than its dimensions. 47.7 millimeters in length and 22 millimeters in lock width here. So if you want to put it on another strap, you can easily do it. It is a 300 meter water resistant dive watch. You see it has a kind of Omega sword style minute hand and a kind of Rolex Mercedes without being a Rolex Mercedes hour hand. And then we have this very thin needle style, almost lollipop style second hand. Very simple writing printed to the orange style, rotary with the logo. Seamatic Henley automatic 300 meters of water resistance. Here, British design. And then we see here at 3 o'clock we have a date window, nicely framed with black framing. Then we have applied hour markings filled with Swiss Super Luminova. You see the lume is absolutely great on this watch, even in lower light situations. It's really responsive, it's very potent. So really great lume application on this watch. We also get a flat sapphire crystal. It does seem that it actually has AR treatment because it is very easy to read in different lighting situations, so that's a huge plus. Then we have a 120 click unidirectional bezel, a little plate, but that's just into the click here. It is ceramic, the bezel insert, and as you saw before, it's also lumed, so that's really nice. A bit stiff, but very accurate and very nicely done. The watch is made in 316L stainless steel, polished on the sides, both sides here, then brushed on top. Then you have a signed screw down crown, very easy to operate. And you have a nice oyster style bracelet which is brushed on the top here, and on the sides it is polished. It is push pins, but very easy to actually adjust. And then we have the nice case back here with all the different information, and it is 125 years since Rotary watches got established. You see, 125 years of watchmaking. Really nice case back. It's kind of an anniversary Seamatic watch, this one. We get a nice fold over and push button release clasp. Milled metal, no stamped metal. 3 micro adjustments. Very secure. At this price point, and have a look at their website, because this is priced at only 253 euros or dollars right now. So inside of this watch beats the Miyota 8215 automatic movement. It is a movement with 21,600 vibrations per hour and 42 hours of power reserve approximately. It is not my favorite movement, but have a look at the screen right now. I kind of like this movement now, at least in this watch, because it's extremely accurate, as you see. Really nice amplitude, which means this movement is very healthy, it's very nicely oiled. And you see between -1 and +1 seconds per day. That's absolutely amazing accuracy. So overall, I think this is a really nice budget diver. I really like the orange color. The orange color being kind of a legendary dive watch color because Doxa, the legendary Swiss dive watch company, they actually investigated and they found out that bright colors, especially orange color dials, they are actually really good at reading the time when you get into deeper depth while diving. You see the watch on my 17.5 centimeter wrist circumference. It wears really nicely. It is a big, heavy dive watch, but it's definitely wearing very nicely on the wrist. I really like the bracelet. It's very comfortable. And as you saw before, I actually did remove 6 links. So if you have a big wrist, you can definitely fit this watch to your wrist. So let's just try to weigh the watch and just conclude this review. 176 grams, so this is definitely not a light watch. Just to compare to the previous version, just a very few subtle differences. The first difference I see is actually the hour hand, and that is just maybe because it is the same hour hand, but because they, on the new orange version here, they made the hands completely black. On the yellow version here, you see they did half of the hour hand black and the other half with the triangle here and the pointy part of the hour hand white. The other very noticeable difference is that they actually did remove the cyclops. I think that's a wise choice because a lot of people, they don't really like the cyclops on these watches, and I think it just fits this rotary watch much better without the cyclops. It just doesn't give you the Rolex vibe because a lot of Rolex watches of course use the cyclops. So to conclude this review, with the accuracy, with the ceramic, with the really nice application of the hour markings, the nice finishing of the case at this price point, screw down crown, secure clasp, not a luxury clasp, very standard but good clasp at this price point, and the very nice case pack for 253 euros or dollars, I think that's an amazing offer. I of course would always prefer that they actually upgraded the movement. Although this movement is very accurate, I would have preferred a 9 series Miyota movement. For example, the 9015, that's an amazing high beat movement, very comparable to the ETA 2024 or Sellita SW200. So rotary watches, they do have some points where they can actually advance and progress with their watchmaking, but at the price, as a very low budget entry level automatic dive watch, I think this rotary Henley Seamatic is a really good choice, and I don't have too many complaints. I will leave a link to Rotary's website down in the description. You can buy the watches directly from the website. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to Watch On channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.